Isn't it? OK, now have you heard the one about the Orchid and Wor Jackie? It's a story about one of Newcastle United's most famous players, Jackie Milburn, that's faded into obscurity but is now being told in a new exhibition in Northumberland. The work was inspired by a collection of family memorabilia recently gifted to Woodhorn Museum in Ashington. Our arts reporter Sharuna Saga takes up the story of the sporting legend and the forgotten flower.
Home with the FA Cup are the Wembley Heroes, and crowds packed the streets of Newcastle to give the team a real hero's welcome.
He was the pitman turned footballer. Jackie Milburn is still revered to this day. Not least by his son, who's donated the family's collection of memorabilia to Woodhorn Museum in Ashington, where his dad was from.
A few years back they had a statue of my father by Tom Mealy on display here. And I brought my mother down and my wife. She absolutely fell in love with the place. And she always said after that, you know, we've got a lot of stuff in cupboards, under the beds, and nobody ever sees it. She would love to put it in the museum, so the time has now come.
The life of Jackie Milburn's been well documented over the years, but the idea for this exhibition came out of the blue.
In a scrapbook, there was a newspaper cutting about an orchid that was named after Jackie Milburn, that was grown by a Northumberland orchid grower called W.J. Stables, which was given to Jackie and named after him in 1953. As far as the papers wrote at the time, it was the first orchid to be named after a footballer. So there was quite a lot of interest in that.
The Lord Mayor of Newcastle at the time even called for the plant's Latin name, Brassocatalia heatonensis, to be sung on the terraces of St James's Park. Unsurprisingly, it didn't catch on, but a reimagined chant's been recreated in the gallery space. Nobody knows what happened to the original Jackie Milburn orchid. So the artist has scoured the world looking for another one, and he came across this in Germany. It's exactly the same hybrid. And now he's playing this extremely rare plant. Family recordings of Jackie and his wife Laura singing at home to encourage it to flower. Life in the Milburn household was recorded on a reel-to-reel tape recorder, a Soundmirror, one of the many curated items on show, giving a fascinating insight into the world of Wor Jackie. Sharuna Saga, BBC Look North, Northumberland.
And that orchid only flowers twice a year, apparently.
It must be fantastic.